What's up, everybody? Blake here, coming at you with a rambling movie take. And today we are talking about Novocaine, the new action comedy starring Jack Quaid, Amber Midthunder, and Jacob Batalan. I hope everybody's having a great day, great night, wherever you are in the world. It seems like it's been forever since I did one of these, but I just did one like last month for Captain America, Brave New World, the massive hit, the massive box office smash that is Captain America, Brave New World. I actually like that movie, but I guess a lot of people didn't really give that one a chance. What can you do? But anyway, so Novocaine. This movie, all right, this is one that I was really excited to see, all right? Like I was extremely excited for this one. I don't know why. I guess because I just like these kinds of movies. These fun, action-packed B movies. Like, this is my jam. This is what I grew up on. This is my kind of movie, besides horror. And I just had to go see it. And it seems like it took me forever to get around to go see it. But I just couldn't find the time to do it until a couple of nights ago at 10 o'clock at night. That's how bad I wanted to see this movie. And did it live up to my expectations? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm not telling you till later on in this video. So, anyways, guys, but before I get going in this review really good, I hope everybody's having a great day, great night, wherever you are in the world. If you like what I'm doing here, if you stick with me to the end of this video, please do consider hitting that thumbs up, hitting that thumbs up button, subscribing, turning your notification bell on so you know when I release future content. All right, so let's get into this. Novocaine. This movie is about a character named Nathan Cain, who is, I think he's like the manager at a bank, and he has this love interest played by Amber Midthunder. I can't remember her character's name, but they have a great dynamic in this movie. Jack Quaid and Amber Midthunder. I mean, you might recognize her from the movie Prey. The newest Predator movie that came out a few years ago, that went straight to Hulu, did not get a theatrical release. Don't get me started on that right now. Look, it's been a good day. It's been a good day. I don't need to get angry. All right, I don't need to get angry. But that movie should have been in theaters. But anyways, so Amber Midthunder, Jack Quaid. This movie is centered around those two. And Jack Quaid's character, Nathan Cain, he's basically this guy who's impervious to pain. He can't feel anything. Hot, cold, pain, pleasure. He can't feel anything. What a miserable existence, right? But anyways, he ends up using, this genetic disorder. That's how they explain it. He ends up using this genetic disorder to go after these bank robbers who kidnap his, the love of his life. And from there, it becomes an action movie / comedy. So here's the thing, right? There's some solid action throughout. Definitely not as much action as I thought there was going to be, or at least the action wasn't as good as I expected it to be. It was decent. It was decent overall. There was some good scenes for sure. But I've definitely seen better. This movie does take a lot of inspiration from the B movies of the 90s and the 80s, the 90s, even into the 2000s, and even more recently, like with the John Wick movies. And I know everybody uses the John Wick movies as an example, but this movie very clearly takes inspiration from those movies, and it's only fair to say so. So, get off me. It's also violent as hell, man. Like, this movie is extremely violent, and it's gory. There's some serious carnage in this movie, and it shows a lot. Like, there's one scene, and this isn't a spoiler. It's in the trailer. A gun is in a deep fryer, and he ends up sticking his hand in there to grab that gun and shoot the guy, which that ends up doing like severe damage to his hand, obviously. He can't feel pain, but he can still die. It's important to understand that. He can still die. He is on essentially a suicide mission, because this guy is not a soldier or anything like that. He's just a normal guy that just can't feel pain, and he's using that to his advantage. But yeah, there are some crazy scenes for sure, and I was definitely cringing while watching this movie. 100%. Like I was like, ooh, damn, ooh, God, dog, man, woo. My exact reactions. But anyways, so there's that. And then you have the comedy, right? Because this is an action comedy. And I'll be honest with you, that's probably the most disappointing aspect of this movie. I thought it was going to be funnier than what it is, or what it was. It's not that funny of a movie. Like it has its moments. I chuckled a little bit. But see, I'm someone who's pretty easy to make laugh. I'm not a hard customer when it comes to comedy. I'm easy to make laugh. I'm not proud of that, but it's the truth. And this movie just doesn't really make me laugh very much. Definitely not as funny as I had hoped. But there's still some laughs to be had. As for the performances, I thought that Jack Quaid and Amber Midthunder, as well as Jacob Batalan, I thought they were all very good in this movie. Jack Quaid, I'm a big fan of this guy. I'm a big fan of The Boys. I'm a big fan of Scream 5. I'm a big fan of the most recent movie he was in, Companion. Those are the only ones I can really think of right now that he was in. But I'm a fan of all three of those things. And Companion is actually my favorite movie of the year so far. I thought he was fantastic in that movie. But yeah, he's really good here. He's really good. And Amber Midthunder, she's a good actress. I haven't seen her in enough. And I hope that this movie does get her some more work, because I feel like her performance here is a very good one. And I thought she was great in Prey. She definitely deserves more work, and hopefully she does start to ascend after this movie. But I don't know if she will or not, because this movie hasn't exactly been a box office smash, to say the least. But what movie is nowadays? It's very hard for a movie to be a big hit nowadays in theaters. I think nowadays it's all about how well is it going to do on streaming and digital. I think that's pretty much what it's about nowadays. And of course, movie theaters are getting the short end of the stick with that. But I mean, I'll talk more about that later. And then you have Jacob Batalan, who basically plays the same character that he always plays, or that he's the best friend character, like in the Spider-Man movies, the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. He played Ned in those movies. I think that was his name. And he's Peter's best friend, Spider-Man. And in this movie, he's essentially playing the same character. He's the best friend of the movie's protagonist. And yeah, I feel like he did a good job here, but I am worried about the guy. I feel like he's on his way to being typecasted if he doesn't start to figure out how to change things up. You know what I mean? So hopefully he can work on that. But I thought he was good here for sure. But yeah, great performances all the way around. There's also some other actors in the movie. Can't think of their names. Can't think of their characters' names. It was late when I saw this movie, right? So, and that could also be factored into my enjoyment as well, because I did get tired towards the end of it. That's what I get for going to see a movie late at night after working all day, but what can you do? Should you go see this movie in theaters? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say that this is more of a streaming movie. which I'm sure most of you are smart enough to kind of figure out. You know, I knew that it was going to be a streaming movie, or more so a streaming movie, before I went to the theater to see it. But I still wanted to see it, you know, because I just like going to the movies. But for the average everyday person, I would just say wait till it comes out on streaming or digital. I wouldn't pay theater dollars to watch this. It's a good movie, but you know, it's not good enough to warrant spending, you know, just for one person, you know, about $20 at the movie theater. But I definitely think that it's going to play very well on streaming. This seems like the kind of movie that generally does do well on streaming. And yeah, I can definitely see this movie getting an audience for sure. Even though it's not doing very well right now, I definitely think there's an audience for it once it hits home media. As for my rating, I'm going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. That's basically a B. And that's what this movie is. It's a B movie. It's fun. It's entertaining. If you like these kind of movies, definitely check it out when it hits streaming, 100%. But like I said, you know, I don't feel like you need to see this one on the big screen unless you're just bored, you know. And if you are, go see it like at matinee price, or if you have like a $6 Tuesday like my theaters have here locally, check it out then. Don't pay full price for this movie. You might, and don't go see it at 10 o'clock at night like I did, you know. Don't be a dumbass. But anyways, guys, that's all I got. If you like what I did here, please do like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Share with your friends, share with your family. Tell your mom about me. You know, I didn't mean it to sound like that. But, you know, if she's hot, you know, you look single. But anyways, man, what a video, right? What a video. Anyways, y'all have a good one.